Kitty cats, what's going down? Grand Lofthouse here. First off, thank you for all the encouraging likes, comments, and everyone pushing me to continue on with the series for this big picture on how to lose body fat. Little side note, I'm experiencing some crazy hay fever at the moment, so I apologize if I keep sniffing and coughing and sneezing throughout the video. Now, in the previous video, I stated that there's generally 3 keys to lose body fat: training, nutrition, and getting your head in the game. All right. Now, Dan John says this a lot, is that generally there's 3 keys to everything. And what I mean by that is that in today's video, we're going to be talking about the training side of things. And there's kind of 3 keys to training in general. Now, the first key is strength training or resistance training. Okay. The second key is cardio training, and then the third key is recovery stuff. Apologies, because it's very hard to write, talk, and be on camera at the same time. So there's sort of your 3 keys, right? Now, today's video, because this will be otherwise it'll be a very long-winded video, is we're going to talk about the strength training side of things. Now, talking about strength training in general is a very broad category, very long-winded, lots of questions, lots of answers when it comes to talking about strength training. So I'm going to try and keep it simple by simply talking about what we do here at my private training facility, because obviously what we do here works. And also, I know a lot of clients who are going to be watching this video, so to help them give a better understanding and connect the dots as to why we do certain things here, I'm actually going to reveal everything that we do here at my private facility. So I've put it over across here, is we're going to sort of talk about 4 things. We're going to talk about the type of exercise, how many times per week, sets and reps and exercise. So with the type of exercise, or the tool that we use, okay, is we kind of have 3, funny enough, 3 keys to that. We use barbells, we use kettlebells, and we use body weight. That's it. Now, if you don't have kettlebells, you can use dumbbells, same kind of thing. But barbells, kettlebells or dumbbells, and body weight are generally the things that we use and we found that works best. Some exercises work best when you use a barbell, some exercises work best when you use a kettlebell or a dumbbell, and some exercises work best when it's just body weight. Okay, so that's sort of the rough idea. In terms of how many times per week, I state anywhere between 2 to 4 times per week. Now, why? Well, I want you to have a life outside of the gym. I don't want you to be like those people that you see on Instagram where they literally looks like they live inside the gym. Okay? Yeah, sure, they look great, but they have absolutely no life. They live in the gym 7 days a week. They develop a whole heap of allergies from living around people that are just sweaty and touching sweaty equipment and the stuffy gym and that sort of stuff. They have terrible allergies like myself, because I spend most of my time in here. Unfortunately, it's my job. But it's crazy. So ever since I've moved in here, my allergies just have gone crazy. And I try and do whatever I can to get outside and do exercise outside. And that's what I'm trying to state here, is that if you train in the gym 2 to 4 times a week, then you have plenty of time on your other days to go outside and do other stuff. Play sport, do the 1,000 steps if you live in Melbourne near Fenchurch Gully. Ride your bike, go for a swim, do other things outside in the sun, and you'll notice how other things such as, 1, allergies aren't such a big problem, and 2, you start developing other skills rather than just lying flat on the bench and bench pressing all day. You hopefully understand where I'm going with this. Think about it when you were a kid, right? When you had PE class, you were probably inside the gymnasium doing stuff, which is fine. Doing things inside, it's okay. I'm saying that's bad. But then you also went outside as well. You played sport, and you played around, and you mucked around, and you moved. You didn't care about what that sort of happened. You can still lose body fat doing those things. It's activity. At the end of the day, it's just exercise. It's all exercise. Everything that we do from a physical point of view is exercise. We don't have to be so narrow-minded, which brings me to my next point. The sets and rep stuff. When I first qualified as a personal trainer, I thought I was an absolute genius, but then as I tried to continue to develop my skills, I realized how much I don't know. Okay, and you'll see this too. If you're an upcoming personal trainer or you know someone that's about to qualify, when they qualify, they're very confident and they're very narrow-minded. They'll pick, I can tell you right now, they'll pick everything off. This is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, this is right. And I did the same thing too. As I further developed, I think I'm my 6th year into this now, as I further developed my skills and my understanding for the fitness industry, I broaden everything, okay? I broaden everything. And when it comes down to my sets and reps things, when I first opened up my facility, I was very, you got to do this rep. You can't do anything more than that. You can't do anything lighter than this. You have to do this number. Don't do 6. You have to do 5, because if you do 6, the terrorists are going to come. You get what I mean? Like, it's just, I was very narrow-minded. As I started studying and learning from other people, I broaden everything and I accept everything. And now the quote is, and everyone says this too, most people that are smart enough, is that everything works, and it's true. So with the sets and reps stuff, you're going to hear lots of things. You're going to hear heavy weights and low reps is the best way to go. Medium, lightish sort of weights with those medium sets is the best way to go, like the muscle building side of things. Light weights and lots of reps are the best way to go. Notice how there's sort of 3 keys to the sets and rep stuff. I state, do all of them. Okay, so what we do here at my private training facility is that so that we do all of them, we dedicate one day or one session to that particular set and rep scheme. So on a Monday, when a client rocks up, we dedicate that day to the heaviest stuff. Okay, why? Because they've just had the weekend, they're probably going to be feeling pretty fresh, and therefore their central nervous system is going to be at its freshest to do the heaviest side of things, right? So we do reps of anywhere between 5 to 8. We don't really like going anything lower than 5 because you're not a powerlifter. You don't need to test your 1 rep max every 8 weeks or 12 weeks. And 5 to 8 seems to be heavy enough, but still keep you in the safe rep range so that, like I said, it's heavy enough, but not so crazy heavy that you blow out a back or you blow out a knee or anything like that, okay? So once a week, we dedicate that to some heavy stuff. The second session, when they come in, let's say on a Wednesday night, they do some medium stuff. Now, why? Because medium stuff, that muscle building protocol of the 8 to 12-ish kind of reps, builds muscle. Now, believe it or not, when you reach the age of 35, your metabolism starts to decrease at a very rapid rate because you start to lose muscle at a very rapid rate. Muscle and metabolism are connected very, very closely. Lose muscle, metabolism goes down. So at the age of 35, that starts to occur. So it just makes sense to incorporate a little bit of muscle building stuff. I'm not talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, but just incorporating a little bit of muscle building stuff to help maintain or even build some muscle to keep the metabolism working. And also you'll find too that it has an anti-aging principle, meaning that if we can build some muscle, you find that you look a lot younger and you don't age as fast. It's weird, but it's been proven. So we dedicate at least 1 session per week to building a little bit of muscle, okay? And the reps for that is somewhere between 8 to 12. Now, as we get towards the end of the week, so those that come in on the Saturday morning and train 3 times a week, that's when we start doing the higher rep stuff. Why? Because the medium and the heavy stuff starts to take a toll on the body, and the lighter stuff is just easier on the joints, it's easy to get through. The lighter stuff, funny enough, messes you up in the session, but in terms of the overall effect on the body, after the session, it's a lot easier on the body. So that's when, we start doing the higher rep stuff, such as, your sets of 15 plus reps, okay? Now, we cover all bases, and there you go. In terms of sets, now, like I said, here's the perfect example of how narrow-minded I was when I first began. We either do like 5 sets, 6 sets, 7 sets, something like that. We used to number it. Now, we have a timer. Now, why do we have a timer? We say to our clients, you got to do this and this for this amount of reps for today. You've got 15 or 20 minutes to do it, go. Now, the reason why this works so well is because it's based on your energy levels for that day, okay? So let's say you had a shit night's sleep the night before, which meant that, you were late, whatever, you didn't have enough food for the day, you didn't drink enough water, you're not feeling great for your session. So guess what? When you rock up, you're still gonna get a good session in, but maybe you're not gonna go as hard as what you would as if you had a great night's sleep, great nutrition for the day, and you drank lots of water. So we might have 2 clients walk in the gym, the exact same session, one's feeling lousy, one's feeling great. One client's gonna do the exact same session as the client that's feeling not so good, or vice versa. But one client's feeling great, they might get 10 sets. The other client only does 5 sets because they're not feeling too good. Who cares? They still got their exercise done for the day. It's all good. You see how this is such more of a, not a laid back approach, but it's more of an open-minded, big picture approach. So like I said, we actually set a timer. So if you can set a timer for anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes, I think that's the sweet spot to get enough work done based on your energy level for that day. And if you only get 3 sets in for the day because you feel like shit, who cares? Great, at least you got something done for the day. And if you're feeling great, then go for it. Go balls to the wall. Do 10 sets, 20 sets, whatever. See how that works. Now, in terms of the exercises, well, generally the big bang buck for your exercises work best, but I'm not saying that isolation exercises don't work as well. Isolation exercises help when you are lacking in a particular exercise. For example, if you suck at chin-ups, maybe doing a few bicep curls might actually help you incorporate some better chin-ups, or help you get more reps with chin-ups. You suck at push-ups, maybe doing a little bit of isolation on some core work will actually help bring up your push-ups, or maybe doing some little bit of isolation on your chest or your triceps or your shoulders can actually help bring up your push-up. See, when people, just because a bodybuilder, or because we associate isolation work with bodybuilding, we can't do it, because I'm not a bodybuilder, therefore I shouldn't be doing isolation work. That's not true. Isolation work can help bring up your weaker lifts. Okay, so in terms of exercises, you should hopefully know by now, but the big bang stuff, your squats, your deadlifts, your presses, your bench, yes, they are priority, but you can definitely also incorporate some smaller exercises in as well. It's all good. And that's generally how we program the strength training side of things here at my gym. You notice how it's very broad. I'm very, like I said, I'm now very open-minded to lots of ways of doing things. At the end of the day, it's all just exercise. So in the next video, we're going to obviously be talking about cardio. Now, yes, I am the cardio hater. Yes, my gym is called Cardio Haters Training, but I've always stated that cardio is still important. Your heart is one of the most important organs you have in your body. It needs to work efficiently and it needs to work healthy. It needs to be healthy. How it gets healthy is through this thing here. Now, how I came about and how the whole Cardio Haters thing came about is that, hopefully you know my story, is that my knees are absolutely shot. I've had 2 knee recos, one on each leg. By the age of 17, I had 2 knee recos. My knees are shot. Going for an hour run for me just doesn't work too great anymore, and it's going to get worse as I get older. So I need to find other alternatives, and that's where this whole Cardio Haters thing came about. But if you can still run, great, but we're going to mainly talk about obviously some principles behind some cardio training in the next video, okay? That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, just ask, but apart from that, take care, comb your hair. I'll speak to you soon.